by Brad Botkin March 26, 2019 at 2:50 p.m. Eastern Time. 10 minutes. The NBA playoffs begin on April 13, and suddenly the race for the last few spots in the East is a barnburner. Orlando trails the Heat by one game in the loss column for the number 8 seed and plays at Miami on Tuesday night. Charlotte is still in the mix. Detroit at no. 6th, the Nets at number 7 and Miami at no. 8 could all still lose their spot with one bad stretch. What follows is everything you need to know about where things stand entering Tuesday, March 26. Teams are listed in order of current seed, with the projected finishing seed below. This post will continue to update for the remainder of the season as we keep track of these races right down to the wire. Note, our sportsline model, developed by predictive data engineer Stephen O., simulates the entire season 10,000 times to produce the most unbiased and precise projections imaginable. Western Conference fight for number 1. The Warriors are tied in the loss column with the Nuggets for the West's number 1 seed. The two teams still have one matchup left, but Golden State has a much easier remaining schedule otherwise. Magic number to clinch top 4 seed, 2 projected seed, no. 1 Sportsline odds, 83.4% to get number 1 seed. Current first-round matchup versus remaining games, 9, 5 road, 4 home, strength of remaining schedule, .456, 7th easiest in league. Next 3 games, at Grizzlies, at Timberwolves, versus Hornets. Tiebreaker, currently owned tiebreaker 2-1 over Denver, 1 matchup left for a real shot at the no. 1 seed, Denver basically has to win that game against the Warriors on April 2. If not, the Warriors will effectively gain 2 games because that will clinch the tiebreaker for Golden State as well. Magic number to clinch top 4 seed, 3 projected seed, no. 2 Sportsline odds, 16.2% to get no. 1 seed. Current first-round matchup versus Spurs. Remaining games, 10, 5 road, 5 home, strength of remaining schedule, .570, 4th toughest in league. Next 3 games, versus Pistons, at Rockets, at Thunder. Tiebreaker, currently trail Warriors 2-1 head-to-head, 1 matchup left, fight for no. 3 seed. The Rockets have already clinched a playoff spot and are looking good to secure home court advantage with a top 4 seed. But for Houston, it's all about getting the no. 3 seed to avoid Golden State, assuming it secures the number 1 seed, until the conference finals. Entering Tuesday, Houston is tied in the loss column with no. 4 Portland, which suffered a major blow with Jusuf Nurkic's season-ending injury Monday night. Magic number to clinch top 4 seed, 5 projected seed, no. 3 Sportsline odds, 60.2% to get no. 3 seed. Current first-round matchup versus Clippers. Remaining games, 8, 4 road, 4 home, strength of remaining schedule, .499, 14th easiest in league. Next 3 games, at Bucks, versus Nuggets, versus Kings. Tiebreaker, clinched tiebreaker over GS, already lost tiebreaker to both OKC and Portland. Entering Tuesday, the Blazers, who clinched a playoff spot Monday night, were tied in the loss column with Houston for the no. 3 seed and they own the tiebreaker over the Rockets. They also have at least a 3-game lead in the loss column over the no. 5 spot, which is changing daily, making a top 4 seed for Portland very likely and leaving the no. 3 seed still very much in sight. That's the good news. The bad news is they lost Jusuf Nurkic for the season to a gruesome compound fracture of his left leg Monday night. Magic number to clinch top 4 seed, 6 projected seed, no. 4 Sportsline odds, 79.2% top 4 seed, 26.3% to get number 3 seed. Current first-round matchup versus Jazz. Remaining games, 9, 6 road, 3 home, strength of remaining schedule, .476, 11th easiest in league. Next 3 games, at Bulls, at Hawks, at Pistons. Tiebreaker, clinched tiebreaker over Houston, already lost tiebreaker to OKC, currently owned tiebreaker over Jazz via division record, currently losing tiebreaker to Spurs via conference record. The Jazz need 1 more win, or 1 Sacramento loss, to clinch a playoff spot. They're still in the hunt for a top 4 seed but are a long shot for that. Our projections like them emerging from a crowded field for the no. 5 seed largely because of their soft remaining schedule, magic number to clinch playoff spot, 1 projected seed, no. 5 Sportsline odds, 21% to get top 4 seed current first round matchup, at Blazers remaining games, 8, 5 home, 3 road, strength of remaining schedule, .467, 8th easiest in league, next 3 games, versus Lakers, versus Wizards, versus Hornets tiebreaker, clinched tiebreaker over Spurs and Clippers, lost tiebreaker to OKC, currently losing tiebreaker with Houston, division leader, the Clippers, winners of 9 of their last 10, are currently the no. 6 seed but our projections have them falling to no. 7 They have a 1-game lead over San Antonio and OKC entering Tuesday, magic number to clinch playoff spot, 1 projected seed, no. 7 Sportsline odds, 100% to make playoffs current first-round matchup, at Rockets remaining games, 8, 3 road, 5 home, strength of remaining schedule, .526, 7th toughest in league, next 3 games, at Timberwolves, at Bucks, versus Cavaliers tiebreaker, already lost tiebreaker to Jazz, currently losing tiebreaker to Spurs via conference record, currently have slim tiebreaker advantage over OKC via conference record. The Spurs are currently no. 7 but our projections have them bumping the Clippers to end up in the no. 6 seed. The fact that the Jazz owned a tiebreaker over San Antonio makes getting to the no. 5 seed a longer shot, magic number to clinch playoff spot, 2 projected seed, no. 6 Sportsline odds, 1.2% to get top 4 seed current first-round matchup, at Nuggets remaining games, 8, 4 home, 4 road, strength of remaining schedule, .412, second easiest in league, next 3 games, at Hornets, versus Cavaliers, versus Kings tiebreaker, clinched tiebreaker over Thunder via head-to-head, currently owned tiebreaker over Clippers via conference record, currently owned tiebreaker over Blazers via conference record, already lost tiebreaker to Jazz. Remember when the Thunder were gunning for a top 3 seed with eyes on no. 2. Now they're projected to finish in the final Western playoff spot, which could very well mean a first-round matchup with Golden State. The no. 6 seed is the goal for all these lower teams because that would mean avoiding Golden State in the first round no matter how those top 2 seeds shake out. Magic number to clinch playoff spot, 2 projected seed, no. 8 Sportsline odds, 100% to make playoffs current first round matchup, at Warriors remaining games, 8, 6 home, 2 road, strength of remaining schedule, .558, 5th toughest in league, next 3 games, versus Pacers, versus Nuggets, versus Mavericks tiebreaker, own tiebreaker over Houston, Portland and Utah, already lost tiebreaker to Spurs, currently losing tiebreaker to Clippers. Eastern Conference fighting for no. 1 seed. The Bucks have a 4-game lead in the loss column over Toronto and they own the tiebreaker. The no. 1 seed, both in the East and overall, is pretty secure at this point. Magic number to clinch no. 1 seed, 4 projected seed, number 1 Sportsline odds, 99.2% to get number 1 seed current first-round matchup versus Heat remaining games, 8, 5 home, 3 road, strength of remaining schedule, .520, 9th easiest in league, next 3 games, versus Rockets, versus Clippers, at Hawks tiebreaker, own tiebreaker over Raptors. The Raptors are pretty locked into the East's number 2 seed, 4 games back and no. 1 Milwaukee and 4 games ahead of no. 3 Philadelphia. The Raptors also owned a tiebreaker over Philadelphia, making that lead effectively 5 games. Magic number to clinch number 2 seed, 4 projected seed, no. 2 Sportsline odds, 0.8% to get no. 1 seed current first round matchup versus Nets remaining games, 8, 5 road, 3 home, strength of remaining schedule, .395, easiest in league, next 3 games, versus Bulls, at Knicks, at Bulls tiebreaker, own tiebreaker over Sixers, already lost tiebreaker to Bucks fighting for home court advantage. The Sixers have a 2-game lead in the loss column over no. 4 Indiana and they also own the tiebreaker, making that lead 3 games for all intents and purposes. You can pretty much book the Sixers into the no. 3 seed, over 92% according to our projections. Magic number to clinch top 4 seed, 4 projected seed, no. 3 Sportsline odds, 99.8% to get top 4 seed, 92.6% to get number 3 seed. Current first round matchup versus Pistons. Remaining games, 8, 5 road, 3 home, strength of remaining schedule, .439, third easiest in league. Next 3 games, versus Nets, at Timberwolves, at Mavericks. Tiebreaker, own tiebreaker over Pacers, already lost tiebreaker to Bucks, Raptors and Celtics. The Pacers are 2 games up on the Celtics for the no. 4 seed, but the teams have 2 games remaining, so Boston still controls its own destiny to catch the Pacers. The first of those 2 remaining matchups is this Friday. Magic number to clinch top 4 seed, 6 projected seed, no. 4 Sportsline odds, 90.1% to get top 4 seed, 6% to get no. 3 seed. Current first round matchup versus Celtics. Are remaining games, 8, 4 home, 4 road, strength of remaining schedule, .513, 13th toughest in league. Next 3 games, at Thunder, at Celtics, versus Magic. Tiebreaker, already lost tiebreaker to Sixers. Season series with Boston tied 1-1 with 2 to play. As mentioned above, the Celtics trail the Pacers by 2 games for the no. 4 spot with 2 head-to-head matchups remaining. These 2 teams will most likely face off in the first round, with home court advantage being the only thing left to settle. Our projections do not like Boston's chances of catching the Pacers. Magic number to clinch playoff spot, 1 projected seed, no. 5 Sportsline odds, 10.1% to get top 4 seed. Current first round matchup, at Pacers. Remaining games, 8, 5 road, 3 home, strength of remaining schedule, .482, 12th toughest in league. Next 3 games, at Cavaliers, versus Pacers, at Nets. Tiebreaker, clinched tiebreaker over Sixers. Season series with Indiana tied 1-1 with 2 to play. Rounding out the field, this is where things get dicey in the East, with 5 teams still in the hunt for the final 3 spots. Detroit is the leader in the clubhouse with a 1-game lead over Brooklyn and Miami, the current number 7 and 8 seeds, and a 2-game lead over current no. 9 seed Orlando, who the Pistons play on Thursday. Magic number to clinch playoff spot, 7 projected seed, no. 6 Sportsline projection, 92.5% to make playoffs. Current first round matchup, at Sixers. Remaining games, 9, 4 road, 5 home, strength of remaining schedule, .517, 10th toughest in league. Next 3 games, at Nuggets, versus Magic, versus Blazers. Tiebreaker, currently losing tiebreaker to Miami via Heat being a division leader, already lost tiebreaker to Nets. The big thing in the Nets' pocket, as they've already clinched the tiebreaker against the Magic, so they basically have a 2-game hold on a playoff spot right now. That's the reason they have a lower Magic number to clinch a playoff spot than the Pistons, who are ahead of them in the standings. That said, Brooklyn's finishing schedule is brutal. Just look below at their next 3 games. Magic number to clinch playoff spot, 6 projected seed, no. 7 Sportsline odds, 80.1% to make playoffs. Current first round matchup, at Raptors. Remaining games, 7, 4 home, 3 road, strength of remaining schedule, .642, toughest in league. Next 3 games, at 76ers, versus Celtics, versus Bucks. Tiebreaker, clinched tiebreaker over Pistons and Magic. Trail season series versus Miami 2-1 with 1 to play. Miami has a monster matchup with Orlando Tuesday night. The Heat have a 1-game lead over the Magic for the final playoff spot. Hornets are just 2 games back of Miami, as well. Magic number to clinch playoff spot, 8 projected seed, no. 8 Sportsline odds, 67.6% to make playoffs. Current first round matchup, at Bucks. Remaining games, 9, 5 road, 4 home, strength of remaining schedule, .502, 14th toughest in league. Next 3 games, versus Magic, versus Mavericks, at Knicks. Tiebreaker, currently own tiebreaker over Detroit and Brooklyn, currently trail Orlando 2-1 in season series. Outside looking in, if Orlando wants to make the playoffs, it has to look at this Miami game on Tuesday night as a must-win. If they can do that, their odds of making the playoffs will change dramatically. If they can beat Detroit in the following game, their odds will really go up. Orlando's chances of making the postseason have already risen almost 20% from this time last week. Projected seed? No. 9 Sportsline odds, 56.9% to make playoffs. Remaining games, 8, 6 road, 2 home, strength of remaining schedule, .486, 13th easiest in league. Next 3 games, at Heat, at Pistons, at Pacers. Tiebreaker, currently leads Miami 2-1 in season series, already lost tiebreaker to Nets, currently trail Pistons via 2-1 deficit in season series with 1 matchup remaining.